to my channel Creative Art. I am Nilima and today we're going to do 3D decoupage art. As you know, decoupage art can be used on any type of material to decorate it and convert it into a beautiful decorative piece. But 3D decoupage is really something special that intensifies the effect of a simple decoupage, because in 3D decoupage we have to place papers layer on layer after embossing, and that really gives a beautiful uplifted look. And if you use this kind of beautiful flowering decoupages, that makes them absolutely look natural and so beautiful that you definitely have to give it a try. I bought this simple packet from Craft Treat and it costed me just rupees 75. So friends, do watch the complete video to make it yourself, and do subscribe my channel friends for more creative art painting videos, and do press the bell icon to get notification for each video I post every week. All the materials needed to make this beautiful 3D decoupage wall decor are mentioned in the description box below with their links from where you can also buy them. So let's quickly check out all the materials now friends. To make a 3D decoupage art, first of all you need is 3D decoupage sheet, which are from Craft Treat. All the decoupage sheets were so beautiful that I have to buy more than one, and this was my best 3 picks. So as this is our first video, we are going to make the easiest one, which is this one with pink flowers and 2 beautiful butterflies. I absolutely love all the 3 of them, and I'm going to definitely combine them to make a beautiful wall decor for my home. To cut the 3D decoupage exactly to the design, I'm going to use a sharp scissor like this one. This is a craft scissor. If you're comfortable with an cutting knife, you can also use a sharp knife like this one. This is also a craft knife. Other than that, for embossing the paper, I'm going to use embossing tools, which are called as ball tools. Make sure that you're buying a big size of ball tool so that engraving would be easier, and a 2-side foam tape to place the decoupage embossed sheets right on place. It looks like this. One side will be free and the other side will have a yellow paper covering. So it is a 2-side tape which has a foam base and a foam pad which looks like this. If you don't have a foam pad, you can also buy 2 or 3 glitter sheets like this ones, which has a foam base on the back side. Just simply turn it out and you can do the embossing step on this kind of foam sheets. Now let's quickly check out what is inside this pack. The packaging contains 3 beautiful decoupage sheets. The quality of sheet is really good. It has a matte texture, but the print on it is very high quality and absolutely looks as if the flowers are made using watercolor technique. On the back side of the packaging, you get an instruction manual by following which you can easily make this beautiful 3D decoupage art yourself. I'll quickly explain you all the steps. The first step is to cut the design of sheet 2 and sheet 3. Then using an embossing tool, you have to emboss both the designs, placing it on a foam pad. Third is to place 2-side tape on our first sheet where we want to place the embossing cutouts. Then repeat the same steps to place the final cutout pieces of sheet 3. So let's start the video now friends. Now first of all, we'll start by the first step, which is to cut sheet 2 and sheet 3. For cutting, you can either use a knife tool like this one to cut exact sharp edges from where you need, or else you can also use a craft scissor like this. This makes the work easy and fast. So I'm going to use a craft scissor. First of all, I'll simply just separate the pieces I want to cut. This becomes easier to handle the things. And then hold the design in this way, and using the scissor, give it a very fine cut exactly from the line. Make sure that you don't have any excess white paper while you're cutting, and you're not even cutting extra of the design. So here I have got my first piece of butterfly. In the same way, I'll start separating pieces of petals. Even friends, if you're not good in remembering the numbers of different flowers, like this piece is for a different part of flower A the piece B, B1, B2 is a different piece for the flower, and these two are different pieces. So these all A, B, C, D belongs to different parts of flowers which has to lay one on other. For example, B2 has to be laid on B1, A2 has to be laid on A1. So just by viewing at the shape, you can easily place and recall what you have to place on each part. So in the same way friends, now I'll be cutting all the leaves and petals using scissor. After cutting sheet 2 and sheet 3, these are the pieces we have got. From sheet 2 you'll get a complete piece like this, and from sheet 3 you're going to get multiple pieces which you should definitely cut and arrange in this kind of manner so you don't lose any of the piece and you know in what sequence you have to place them. Now let's start our next step, which is embossing, and for that we are going to need foam board and this kind of round ball tools. It is very important that the ball tools are big enough like this one. Some people do call it embossing tool because we also can do embossing using the same ball tools. If you don't have a foam pad, you can also buy this kind of glitter sheets which has a foam base from backside. Just reverse it, place 2 or 3 foam sheets, and then you can do the same process on this kind of foam sheets. Now first of all, we'll start by embossing the biggest butterfly. So simply turn it out in this way. I'm going to use a ball tool. This is a medium sized tool, and using this ball tool, gently start pressing this piece of paper from center to outwards. Be very gentle as we don't want any wrinkles. You can clearly see that your butterfly is starting to form a curve. And now after we have got a curve to the complete butterfly, I'm going to use the same opposite side smaller ball and just curve the edges in this way. Do it on the complete butterfly, only the edges. Now after doing that, we have got a very good volume and curve. So I'm just simply leveling the sides if there are any wrinkles. So now let's turn it out, and this is how our butterfly looks. As you can see, the edges won't be clearly visible as they are inverted, and you can clearly see a upliftment in the whole design. I'm going to cut out this extra white piece. Till that, let's do the same process on the second part, from center to outwards, and then do the same on the edges using the smaller tool. Now turn it, and you can clearly see we have got a beautiful flip. So this part is to be placed on this one. Let's do the same with all the butterflies and the flowers. If you have a smaller piece, try to use the smaller ball tool. So now in the same way, I'll do embossing on all the flower petals and the butterflies, and then finally let's start placing them on the sheet 1. After embossing all the design pieces, this is how they look. They have formed a curvy look in all the papers, and this was the biggest piece from the sheet 2. So here we have sheet 1, which is a plain piece. You don't have to cut it. This is sheet 2, and this is from sheet 3. So now friends, let's start our next step to start placing one design sheets on others. So first of all, start from your sheet 1 and pick up the sheet to design, which is the biggest design, and take a size notation accurately of all the things. So these are just perfect. And now I'm going to use two-side tape. This is a foam tape, so it has thickness of about 3 mm. Using scissor, cut small pieces of this foam tape, as this is quite big. So I'm going to divide it into half and then place it on the parts like these, which are going to get completely covered. So you have to pick at least some distance and place these sheets. In the same way, start placing small pieces all around the design in this way. Okay, now friends, you can clearly see we have just placed one layer of foam tape on all the parts, but you can definitely place more than one layer, which I'm going to do on the center part, which is to simply erase the height. So I'm going to place 2 layers of foam tape right here. For that, I will be placing one tape on other. In the same way, place one tape on other. So you can clearly see there is some height in the center part. For this center, I would like to place 3 pieces. Even for this center, I'm going to place 3 pieces. For this part, I want to place 2 pieces. So now friends, it's time to place the second sheet images. So first of all, remove the white excess paper from the tape in this way, and then exactly place the butterfly. Gently lay it, and this is how it looks. Do the same for the small butterfly. Now after removing all the tape, this is how it looks. So now let's place the biggest piece. I'm very excited to do a huge layer right in the center. Start placing the flowers from any of one side. Don't press them too hard or don't directly let them sit or stick. While placing, keep your eye on the top view so that you exactly place all the flowers right on the place. I think it looks quite good, quite uplifted, and the edges also do not stick up. Now in the same way, pick up the third sheet cutout design pieces and accurately check where you want to place them. So this is the part I have to place them, only this much. So very carefully this time I'm placing my 2-side tape one by one. Make sure that your tape does not go out of the design in any case. Let's check once again. It perfectly fits. This time I'm not going to place any 2-side tape on the centerpiece. This is how the second flower petal looks. Now we have one more for the top, exactly right here. For this, I'm just going to place 2 pieces. And finally, place the final piece exactly where we want it. I think it really looks very beautiful. The 3D thing is absolutely real and I just love it. In the same way, we're going to place petals for this flower also. Now to place the smaller pieces like this ones, I have placed 2-side foam tape on the piece itself, and then gently I will be placing it on the part. So now you can see exactly it fits. Now for the next smaller side, place the tape on a smaller piece of design, remove the tape and place it exactly on the design. It looks so pretty, beautiful. Let me show you the 3D 1, 2, 3 layers. Now in the same way, place the next piece of petal on the next flower. There is one more piece, I think. Sometimes you also need pieces as thin as possible for this kind of petals. And remove it, and finally place it. Wow, I'm just loving 3D effect we are getting through placing each petal. Now let's do the final piece for this flower and the butterfly. Now placing the few remaining last pieces. For this piece, I'm going to need the most thinnest available piece. Now finally, it is done. Now after completing all the steps of the 3D decoupage art, I have given a golden border to the complete sheet because I'm thinking to frame it. So on the back side of the sheet, I have placed the foam tapes, using which I'm going to place it right in the center of a big frame. Here I'm using a A3 size frame, and I'm going to place the sheet exactly in the center. So let's try our best. I love that the corners are uplifted. Now friends, this is how beautiful our 3D decoupage art looks when we have finally framed it. I'm definitely going to make more 3 and place them all together on wall to make a huge display. This is definitely better than any kind of wall picture or decorative papers we use. It is so difficult to believe that just by placing these tiny cutout pieces of the same picture and placing it one on other can give this kind of beautiful 3D effect. It just changes the dimension of a plain paper into a 3D image. So this piece is definitely worth to frame it and place it on walls as I have done. And friends, trust me, this is the easiest way to do a 3D art. Friends, if you did like this video, try watching more similar videos. The link will be given in the description box below. And friends, do tell me in the comments below, how did you like this video? And if you do like my videos, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.